You have the feeling that something is not quite right. But then, out of nowhere, it hits you like a bolt from the blue, a message that throws you completely off track. This message comes from someone you can't simply ignore, from yourself, your parallel self, desperately trying to get your attention. It's as if someone deep inside your consciousness is knocking on the doors of your mind, and that someone is none other than yourself, but in a different reality, a parallel universe. Now, in this moment, it is important that you understand, this message is no coincidence. It is a cry for help, a distress call from another plane of existence that is desperately trying to reach you. And here's the point at which you ask yourself, why now? Why me of all people? But deep inside you already feel the answer. Something in your life hasn't felt right for a while, has it? Maybe you have suppressed it or not taken it seriously, but there it is, this subliminal disorientation, this feeling that you have lost touch with something essential. Stop for a moment and feel inside yourself. Do you feel this emptiness that sometimes arises in quiet moments? As if something is missing in your life, something important that you can't grasp? It's that feeling of alienation that creeps up on you when you stop to think for a moment. And now you recognize it, this is the echo of your parallel self, which also longs for completeness in another reality, but has been put in danger by the disharmony of your own life. Because the truth is that our hectic lives, all the distractions, the constant barrage of information and obligations, can take us away from our true selves. We lose touch with what really defines us, and it happens so gradually that we often only realize it when it's almost too late. Your parallel self has already reached this point. It is trapped in a crisis caused by the imbalance between your two existences. It is as if two sides of a coin have suddenly been torn away from each other, each lost and disoriented. But this is where your responsibility comes into play. You are the key to resolving this crisis. Your parallel self needs you now more than ever, because your fates are more closely connected than you might think. Every decision you make here, every thought, every feeling you allow has an impact on this other plane of existence. And vice versa. You have to act, because if you don't, you not only risk the balance of your own reality, but also that of your parallel self. There are signs that have been signaling to you for a while that something is wrong. Maybe you've been sleeping badly recently, feeling restless or simply unable to calm down. These signs are not coincidences. They are a warning signal, a wake-up call from your parallel self, which is calling for help in its own reality. You can no longer ignore these signs. Every other night that you feel this sense of unease, every minute that you feel disconnected, is another moment that your parallel self is in danger. Now is the moment you need to respond to this message. Now is the moment when you must take the first step to restore balance. Because the fate of you and your parallel self depends on how you act now. Will you ignore the call, or will you re-establish the connection? The decision is up to you. But one thing is certain, your parallel self can't wait any longer. The time to act is now. Now that we have recognized the urgency and importance of our parallel self's call for help, it's time to dive deeper into the fascinating concept of parallel worlds. Have you ever wondered if there are versions of yourself that exist parallel to your life? It's an idea that is both unsettling and incredibly fascinating at the same time. These parallel worlds are not science fiction, but a deeply rooted idea that helps us to understand the comprehensive network of our reality. Parallel worlds are like dimensions or planes that exist at different frequencies and levels of consciousness. Each of these worlds could house a different version of you in an alternate reality where decisions have been made differently or circumstances are different. It's as if you are living multiple lives at once, each version of yourself in a different reality going down different paths. These worlds are not just hypothetical constructs, but living existences that run parallel to your own reality. But why is it so difficult to feel this connection? The reason lies in our modern lives, which are full of distractions and stressors. We are constantly confronted with a flood of information, work under enormous pressure, and are often caught up in a hectic daily routine. These factors are like loud noises that drown out the subtle frequencies of our inner world. The connection to our parallel self is obscured by all the noise and hectic pace. We lose contact with the subtle signals and messages that want to come to us from the other dimensions. In this noisy and busy world, the role of the soul becomes particularly important. The soul acts as a bridge between the worlds. It is the central medium through which we can communicate with our parallel versions. However, this connection is often obscured by the noises and distractions of our everyday lives. The constant demands that life places on us can drown out the delicate messages of our soul so that we can no longer perceive them. But don't worry, there are ways in which you can reconnect with your parallel self. The first step is to consciously take time for yourself. Meditation is a powerful way to reconnect with your inner self and the parallel worlds. When you sit in silence and observe your breath, you create space to perceive the subtle messages and signs from other dimensions. Mindfulness is another key. When you learn to be present in the moment and observe your thoughts, you can better sense when your parallel self is trying to make contact. Recognizing signs from the parallel world can also help. These signs are often subtle: a chance meeting, a sudden feeling of nostalgia, or an unexplained intuition. They are like little signposts that help you reconnect. If you start to consciously notice these signs and pay attention to them, you will find that the connection to your parallel self becomes stronger. Another important practice is inner listening. It is crucial that you learn to become inwardly still in order to hear the messages from your parallel self. This means that you need to regularly take time to go inside yourself and leave the noise of everyday life behind. This peace and quiet allows you to better perceive the quiet but important messages from your parallel self. It's like listening to your best friend's voice in a crowded room. If you take the time to tune out the other noises, you'll hear that familiar voice clearly. So, what happens next? As you embark on this journey, you will find that connecting with your parallel self is not only possible, but also extremely enriching. It opens up new perspectives and insights that can help you understand and shape your life in ways you may not have previously thought possible. Connecting to your parallel self is like rediscovering a long-forgotten part of yourself that is just waiting to be brought back into the light. Be open to the messages and signs you encounter, and remember that this communication is a valuable opportunity to bring your life into alignment with your true self. Through this conscious connection, you can not only enrich your own life, but also see the world around you in a new light. The journey may be challenging, but the rewards are worth it. Connecting to your parallel self could be the key that helps you realize your true purpose and realize your full potential. So listen, be still, and let the messages from your parallel world guide you. Welcome back. Now that you have discovered the connection to your parallel self, it's time to dive deeper into the mysterious realm of frequencies. Have you ever wondered why certain moments feel particularly intense or harmonious, while others seem rather unpleasant or chaotic? The answer could lie in the world of frequencies, the invisible force that runs through our entire universe. Everything in the universe, including our soul, is made up of frequencies. These frequencies are like invisible waves that affect everything from the vibration of our thoughts to the energies we share with others. When you are in a state of deep calm or joy, you are vibrating at a certain frequency that reflects your inner world. These frequencies are not just vibrations in the air, but deeply rooted energies that permeate your entire being. But how do these frequencies affect our consciousness and our connection to our parallel versions? Each state of consciousness we experience is characterized by a specific frequency. For example, if you are in a state of stress or anxiety, you are vibrating at a lower frequency, which can distance you from your true self and your parallel selves. On the other hand, higher frequencies associated with love, joy, and inner peace can strengthen your connection to your parallel self and help you connect on a deeper level. One way to raise your frequency and strengthen the connection to your parallel self is through targeted frequencies such as 432 Hz or 528 Hz. These frequencies are known to have harmonizing and healing properties. 432 Hz is often known as a natural frequency, which is in tune with the rhythm of the universe and promotes a sense of harmony and calm. 528 Hz is also known as the frequency of love and is said to support DNA repair and overall well-being. By listening to music or applying vibrations in these frequencies, you can raise your own frequency and better synchronize with your parallel self. Another powerful tool for frequency alignment is sound therapy. Sounds have the amazing ability to influence and harmonize our vibrations. Binaural beats are a specialized form of sound therapy where two slightly different frequencies are played in each ear to create a new frequency in the brain. This technique can help to relax the mind, deepen meditation, and strengthen the connection to higher states of consciousness, including your parallel versions. I am happy for you that you have been on this journey with us so far. If this video has touched your heart or brought you new insights, it would be wonderful if you would really support us. You can become a channel member. It's easy to do via the link in the description below this video. Then you can see all new videos before they are public for everyone else. If you decide to do this, thank you. After all, we are all here to grow and learn together, and your support is the light that illuminates our path. When you are on the same frequency as your parallel self, the experience is extraordinary. It is as if you suddenly enter into perfect harmony with another reality. You feel a deep connection that goes beyond words, a sense of unity and oneness. It is as if you are building a bridge between different dimensions and have the feeling that everything is in the right place. This synchronization can lead to a deep sense of calm and clarity that helps you see your own existence in a new light. The experience of synchronization is not just a one-time event, but can become a state that you achieve regularly when you consciously work on your frequency. It is as if you raise your consciousness to a higher level, bringing you into resonance with your parallel self. Each session in which you engage with these frequencies can help you to experience this profound harmony again and again, and to look at your life in a new, enriching way. Welcome back to our adventure into the mysterious depths of consciousness. Today we will take a fascinating journey to explore the subtle communication between you and your parallel self. Have you ever wondered why certain things keep popping up in your life, or why you feel like the universe is sending you messages in mysterious ways? Maybe it's time to look deeper and discover the signs and symbols that speak to you from the parallel world. Let's start with subtle communication. Your parallel self often tries to communicate with you by leaving subtle signs and symbols in your everyday life. These signs can come in the form of unexpected encounters, certain numbers that appear over and over again, or even small coincidences that may seem meaningless at first glance. These subtle clues are like small pieces of a puzzle that can help you recognize a larger message if you are willing to discover it. One of the most powerful forms of this communication is synchronicities. Have you ever had the experience of thinking about something and then finding that exact topic in a conversation or book shortly after? These are not random events, but synchronicities, meaningful coincidences that are often orchestrated by your parallel self or the universe itself to send you an important message. These synchronicities are like signposts on your life path, designed to encourage you to pay attention to the messages that are sent to you. But these are not the only clues that your parallel self sends you. Dreams are another important channel to the parallel world. In the depths of sleep, we are often more open to communicating with other levels of consciousness. Your dreams can be full of symbols and images that contain deeper meanings and messages. Sometimes they seem chaotic or surreal at first, but they are often a reflection of the messages your parallel self is trying to convey to you. You may have had a dream before that gave you a new perspective on a problem, or that pointed out something important that you may have overlooked. These dreams are like coded messages that you can decode to gain deeper insights. When it comes to deciphering these signs and symbols, it is important to remain attentive and open. Start by keeping a journal in which you write down any recurring symbols, numbers, or events that you notice. Ask yourself what meaning these signs could have for you personally. For example, a certain number that appears again and again could have a special meaning for you that could help you in your current life. Or perhaps certain symbols appear in your dreams that you can associate with certain aspects of your life. Another key to interpreting these signs is to trust your intuition. Your gut feeling can often be the best guide when it comes to deciphering the meaning of signs and symbols. If you have a feeling that a particular symbol or synchronicity has a special meaning for you, trust that feeling. Your intuition is like an inner compass that helps you to understand the messages from your parallel self and stay on your path. Communication between you and your parallel self is an ongoing process that often takes place in subtle and unexpected ways. Be open to the signs you encounter and learn to recognize them as part of a larger pattern. By being attentive and intuitive to these clues, you will be better able to receive the messages from the parallel world and understand what they are trying to tell you about your own life path and personal development. So stay curious and attentive, because the world of signs and symbols can offer you valuable insights and wisdom to help you shape your life in a deeper and more meaningful way. Your parallel self is waiting for you to hear its messages and discover the hidden treasures in your everyday life. Welcome back to our fascinating journey, where we will now explore one of the most exciting aspects of connecting with your parallel self: direct dialogue. Have you ever wished you could get in direct contact with the version of yourself that lives in another parallel universe? Well, it is possible, and I will show you how to make this contact through conscious communication and inner dialogue. If you feel this video has had value for you so far, I'd love for you to share that value with a donation through the Super Thanks button below the video, as much as feels right and fair to you. Every gesture of appreciation is a precious gift to me, and it's your donations that make all of this possible. The first step towards a real dialogue with your parallel self is to consciously establish a connection. The most effective methods to achieve this are meditation and visualization. Start with a quiet meditation in which you are in a place of stillness and peace. Close your eyes, breathe deeply, and quiet your mind. Imagine that you are entering a space of communication within yourself, a place where you can talk to your parallel self. Visualize this space as a place of encounter where you meet your parallel self. Give yourself time to let this space come alive and prepare yourself to make the connection with your parallel self. Inner dialogue is a powerful tool to receive direct answers and insights from your parallel self. Once you are in this meditative state, begin to have an inner conversation. Talk to your parallel self as if it were standing right in front of you. This may seem unusual at first, but remember that this is an authentic connection. Ask your parallel self about the things that are currently bothering you. Perhaps you are asking for advice about a life decision or seeking clarity about a problem that is bothering you. Pay attention to the answers that come. They often appear as intuitive intuitions, sudden insights, or feelings that guide you. The importance of inner dialogue lies in the way it helps you to understand the messages from your parallel self. The answers you receive are often subtle and can take the form of thoughts, feelings, or images. It is important to pay attention to these responses and see them as valuable clues to your next steps or insights. Your parallel self has access to a different perspective and can help you find clarity and understanding of situations that may seem unclear to you in your day-to-day life. The emotional connection during this communication is another important aspect. As you talk to your parallel self, you may experience strong emotional reactions. These feelings, be it a deep calm, a sense of connection, or even an overwhelming feeling of love and support, are significant signs that you have established a genuine connection with your parallel self. This emotional depth shows you that the communication is authentic and that you are truly in tune with your parallel self. The ultimate goal of this conscious communication is the feeling of oneness. When you connect with your parallel self, you experience moments where you feel as one, a feeling as if you are both different expressions of the same consciousness existing on different levels. This experience can be incredibly rewarding and give you a deep understanding of how you and your parallel self are intertwined. It is as if you feel the connection between different dimensions and experience a sense of wholeness and oneness. In this state of oneness, you will realize that you and your parallel self are not separate beings, but two sides of the same coin, connected by the power of the connection of consciousness. This realization can change your perspective on life and give you a sense of deep contentment and clarity. Remain open to the experiences and insights that emerge from this dialogue. Contact with your parallel self is a journey that offers you new perspectives and a deeper connection to your own self. Use this communication to find wisdom and clarity in your life and to further deepen the close relationship with your parallel self. Your parallel self is waiting for you to hear its messages and recognize the deeper connection you share with it. Now that you have made the connection with your parallel self, a new phase of your journey begins, rediscovering your own power. This newfound connection is not only a fascinating experience, but a powerful tool to help you regain your inner balance and shape your life in ways you may never have thought possible. Reconnecting with your parallel self is like reclaiming a lost part of yourself. By restoring harmony between the different dimensions of your existence, you begin to feel your inner balance. This balance is not just a feeling of peace, but a deeper understanding of who you are and what you really want. It's as if all the parts of your life that previously seemed fragmented or chaotic suddenly find their place, and you finally feel the clarity and calm you've been searching for. But the discovery goes even further. This balance leads you to a powerful realization: you have the power to consciously shape your own life. The connection to your parallel self shows you that you are not just a passive observer of your life, but an active creator of your reality. Everything you think, feel, and do influences not only your life, but also the other versions of yourself in the parallel worlds. This realization gives you the freedom and responsibility to shape your life according to your own ideas. You begin to understand that every decision you make, every action you take, has the power to change your reality. With this new insight comes a deeper appreciation for yourself. The connection to your parallel self inspires you to love and respect yourself more. You realize that you deserve to be treated well, not only by others, but especially by yourself. This self-love and self-respect is the key to living a fulfilled and balanced life. When you learn to accept and love yourself as you are, you open yourself up to the true potential of your life and your connection to the parallel worlds. Through the harmony you achieve with your parallel self, you develop the ability to actively shape your reality. It is as if you become an artist who redesigns the canvas of your life by consciously deciding which colors and shapes you want to use. The connection to your parallel self helps you to see more clearly what possibilities and potentials exist within you and around you. You learn how to direct the energies and frequencies that surround you to create the life you desire. This ability to shape reality is one of the greatest gifts you will receive through this connection. If you know someone whose day could be brightened by this video, feel free to share it with them. Your generosity and commitment is what makes our community so special. Thank you for being a part of it and walking this path with us. I wish you only good things on your journey. Finally, you will experience a deep sense of empowerment. The restored connection to your parallel self gives you the strength and control you need to live your life on your own terms. You no longer feel overwhelmed or limited by the circumstances of your life, but as the master of your own reality. This feeling of empowerment permeates all areas of your life and gives you the confidence that you can achieve anything you set your mind to. This feeling of empowerment is not just a temporary high, but a permanent state that comes from the deep realization that you have the power to shape your reality. You are no longer a leaf in the wind, tossed to and fro by external influences, but a powerful creator who consciously steers the direction of your life. This empowerment not only gives you the strength to overcome challenges, but also the ability to fill your life with joy, love, and fulfillment. So embrace this newfound power. Recognize the incredible power that lies within you and use it to shape your life on your own terms. The connection to your parallel self has shown you that you are more than what you see. You are a multidimensional being with infinite potential. Now it's up to you to use this potential and create the life you've always dreamed of. Welcome back to one of the most profound and transformative stages of your journey, the journey of healing. When we connect with our parallel selves, new opportunities open up for us to heal emotional and spiritual wounds that may have been with us for a long time. This healing is not only an individual experience, but also a process that is connected on a deep level to the different aspects of our being. Reconnecting with your parallel self can be a powerful catalyst for healing. We often carry within us emotional wounds and unresolved conflicts that prevent us from realizing our full potential. These wounds can take the form of fears, insecurities, or negative beliefs that limit us in our daily lives. But by connecting to your parallel self, which lives in a different reality and may have made different choices, you get the opportunity to look at these wounds from a new perspective. You begin to realize that these wounds do not define who you are, but that they can be healed and transformed. An important step in this healing process is clearing old blockages. These energetic blockages can stem from past experiences or traumatic events that are deeply rooted in your subconscious. When you synchronize with your parallel self, you can locate these blockages and begin to release them. By integrating the energy and wisdom of your parallel self, you gain new insights and powers to overcome these blockages. It is as if you are throwing off a heavy weight that has prevented you from living freely and carefree. The process of forgiveness plays a central role in this. Forgiveness is one of the most powerful healing methods available to us. When we are able to forgive ourselves and others, we release the shackles that bind us to painful experiences. By connecting to your parallel self, you will be able to develop a deeper understanding of the mistakes and challenges in your life. This connection shows you that every experience, no matter how painful, has a purpose, and that forgiveness is the key to moving on and finding inner peace. Forgiveness is not about excusing the behavior of others, but about freeing yourself from the burden of resentment and creating space for healing. Self-acceptance is another essential aspect of healing. In order to heal completely, it is necessary to accept yourself in your entirety, with all your strengths and weaknesses, successes and failures. Connecting with your parallel self can help you to see yourself from a loving and understanding perspective. You realize that you don't have to be perfect to be valuable, and that it is your uniqueness that makes you who you are. Self-acceptance means making peace with yourself and allowing yourself to be who you really are. This acceptance is the soil in which true healing can flourish. What is particularly remarkable in this healing process is the cycle of healing that it creates. As you begin to heal your own wounds, this also affects your parallel self. Since you are both connected on a deep level, the healing of one often means the healing of the other. This positive cycle is self-reinforcing, so any healing you experience will also benefit your parallel self and vice versa. It is a mutual exchange of healing energy that strengthens you both and helps you to move forward. I hope this video helps you. I know I can't always answer all the questions. Feel free to let me know in the comments what you would like to see a video about. This journey of healing is not always easy, but it is incredibly rewarding. By connecting to your parallel self, you gain access to new possibilities of transformation and healing that will help you live a more fulfilling and happier life. Take the time to appreciate this process and understand that healing is a continuous journey that leads you closer and closer to your true self. With every step you take, you bring more light and peace into your life and the life of your parallel self. Welcome to the final chapter of our journey, the final transformation. Having gone through the various stages of connecting to your parallel self, you are now at a point where you have reached a new state of consciousness. This profound transformation has led you to a higher understanding of yourself and your existence, and it is time to recognize and live the fruits of this journey. Through the intense connection with your parallel self, you have attained a new consciousness that goes far beyond what you have known before. This higher state of consciousness is characterized by a deeper understanding of the world and your role in it. You realize that your thoughts, feelings, and actions not only have an impact on your own life, but also on the reality of your parallel self and the world around you. This realization has changed your perspective and opened up a new dimension of being. You now live in a state of consciousness that is characterized by harmony, clarity, and a deep inner peace. This transformation has enabled you to live in complete harmony with yourself and your parallel self. All aspects of your life, be it in your relationships, your work, or your inner self, now reflect this harmony. You feel centered, balanced, and in tune with what is truly important. This harmony has not only enriched your own life, but also radiates to the people around you. You are a living example of what life can look like when you live in harmony with your higher self. With this new awareness and inner harmony comes the ability to inspire others. Your journey has not only transformed you, but has also given you valuable insights and experiences that you can now share with others. You have the power to encourage others to begin their own journey of connecting to their parallel selves. Your story and knowledge can serve as a guide for others to overcome their own challenges and live a more fulfilling life. You become the beacon that shows others the way and inspires them to look within themselves and experience their own transformation. But as strong as this connection is, it is important to constantly nurture and maintain it. The harmony you have found with your parallel self requires continuous attention and care. This means that you need to regularly set aside time for reflection, meditation, and inner work to keep the connection strong and alive. By nurturing this connection, you ensure that the harmony you have achieved continues and deepens in your life. This nurturing is not only a commitment, but also an act of love and respect towards yourself and your parallel self. Now that you have reached this point of completion, you feel a deep sense of peace and fulfillment. You have mastered the journey that has taken you through the depths of your consciousness and have come out the other side a new, transformed person. This sense of accomplishment is not the end of your journey, but the beginning of a new chapter in which you walk through the world with a new consciousness and a new power. You are ready to embrace life in all its facets and meet the challenges and joys that await you with an open heart and a clear mind. This transformation has not only led you to a better understanding of yourself, but has also shown you that you have the power to shape your reality and steer your life in a direction that brings you peace and fulfillment. You are now ready to meet the world with a new consciousness, a consciousness characterized by harmony, love, and deep wisdom. This journey may be over, but the lessons you have learned will continue to guide you and help you to live a life of harmony and awareness. Go out into the world filled with the knowledge that you have the power to shape your life and the reality around you. You have reconnected with your parallel self, brought harmony into your life, and are now ready to share this gift with the world. Your path of transformation ends here, but the journey of life continues, and you are ready to experience it in its full splendor. I hope you have learned something that you will carry with you for a long time to come. I know it may all be a little overwhelming. That's how I felt at first, and I had more questions than answers in my head. Nevertheless, I think this video you see here could be particularly helpful to you in your current situation. I know you're looking for more answers. You'll find them in this video, so click on it now and watch it.